Ever NBA Cup championship game. It's an honor to bring this to you on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, and joining me are Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and Hall of Famer David Aldridge. And Greg, how exciting is this?
Well, it's incredible, Kevin. We were here last year for the final, and LeBron and the Lakers taking over Las Vegas, and I think we have another memorable night on tap. Nothing better than winner-take-all basketball.
In this game, we'll see the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the Chicago Bulls. Along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Now, one more great treat for you folks. Joining us on our broadcast is Shams Charania. Shams, so great to have you with us. Thanks for taking the time to take a seat and join us here courtside.
Star-studded group, the pleasure is all mine. I appreciate you guys so very much for having me aboard.
Look at the smile on Brent Barry's face. He is thrilled to have you here courtside with us.
Absolutely. Super excited about it.
And how about a look at the most recent power rankings? Very telling, even though, guys, we're just still in December. Take a look at the Bulls. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top five.
And when you look at the Timberwolves, they've sure made a statement here early on, outpacing some teams that were expected to be better, owning that top spot and defending it with pride.
A look at the Bulls starting lineup. The guard set is Giddey and White. Buzelis out there with Vucevic, and it's Dosunmu in at the small forward. And for the Timberwolves, Powell is out there with Olynyk. Then there's Murray. Then there's Anthony Edwards. And it's Gobert in at the 5. Tip-off goes to Minnesota. Here's Edwards. Rebounded by Vucevic. Here's Chicago. Here's Buzelis. Dosunmu finds Giddey. Klops in the layup for 2.
Oh, pretty sturdy inside. Giddey's got that size and ready to battle.
Hey, Shams, for the Bulls, the overall approach has seemed to be steady as she goes. I'll stay in our lane. Business as usual. But do you think that'll continue?
And business has been good, Kevin. One of the best attendance rates in the league. But listen, this is a Bulls organization that has to figure out its right direction and see how they can continue to build and find a way to build from the ground up and reach new heights, whether it is going a more rebuilding route, more in the middle route, versus going and really taking big swings. I think this is an organization that is very much trying to find their direction.
Oh, you're kind of setting the table. What could happen with this team? Good stuff. Now here's Murray. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game. White the pass to Giddey. Pass to Buzelis. Here's Dosunmu. Guarded by Powell. Just 5 on the clock. And here's Vucevic. Gobert with the block.
And when Gobert is playing with this kind of aggression on that end, there aren't many better at defending.
And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
You know, Shams, I don't know how many kids grow up thinking they're going to be an NBA insider. But clearly that is something that you probably thought about at one time or another. Did you think that was going to be your path?
Kevin, I knew at the age of 16 years old what I wanted to do, and this path I wanted to take an insider for the NBA because I loved playing basketball, I loved writing, and I had a genuine passion for transactions, for the behind-the-scenes stories. So to be able to tell that story to the fans, I feel like I am one of the fans. That's why I feel like I can relate to the fans, and so that's what inspired me mostly to take this career path that I've taken.
You're so connected. It is a pleasure reading you and hearing you.
Kevin, appreciate you so much. And just know the stories will keep coming.
Oh, here's Edwards. Last game he had 28 points. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And he's got more than a few ways to beat him. Edwards will be aggressive when he has to initiate contact and create the and-one opportunity.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. All right, Shams, I know you can't reveal all your secrets, but how do you develop relationships with your sources, the players, the agents, the GM, the scouts all over the NBA?
It comes year after year. This has been something I've been doing for the better course of the last 15 years. So for me, it's about relationships, it's about daily communication, and making sure that I keep the trust, I keep the faith, and I keep a level of respect with everyone that I come across. Relationships are the name of the game, especially in the NBA.
Well, that's what I've heard about you. They trust you. So if they're going to confide, they know they can trust you. I would think that would be maybe the core of how you operate.
Trust and faith, and that develops early, not taking shortcuts. I'm very much for the long game.
Now here's White. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. And it's Vucevic missing.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 fall.
He gets that one.
Excellent touch on the floater. Edwards is such a dynamic offensive talent.
Here's Dosunmu. 17 points in his last outing. Now Buzelis. And again, unable to change momentum here. And Charms, I've always wondered, watching you, reading you, when did you first fall in love with the NBA? And when did you decide to cover it?
Really, when I was around 10, 11 years old, I grew up in Chicago right as the Bulls dynasty was starting. I wasn't quite old enough, but I was old enough to see some of those scrappy Bulls teams in the mid-2000s. And basketball was always a part of the national discourse, but also part of my life playing it, and then now being someone that's able to inform the audience and the public.
You know what? I'm looking up and down this table. I think we all feel the exact same way. For Chicago, they won their last contest that game against the Atlanta Hawks. The wide open look here for Vucevic. Cans it from downtown.
Earlier in his career, Vucevic didn't take any threes. Now they've become one of his staples in terms of his offensive game.
Now here's Powell. 9 points last game out. And stolen by White. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Bulls coach Billy Donovan keeps perspective. He says, I used to come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all-nighter, trying to figure out what went wrong. My highs were too high and my lows were too low. You have to realize so much of it is just luck. The breaks of life. Kevin?
That's right, D.A. We respect Billy Donovan as much as any coach in the NBA. But a good outlook there, you're right. Hey, thank you. Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Walker Kessler, he's checked in for Gobert. Reed comes in for Olynyk, and it's done in for DeJounte Murray. And the Bulls will go for a different look here. Smith checked in for Buzelis. Terry comes in for Dosunmu. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Kobe White. And Ball sent in for Josh Giddey.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
So it's the Timberwolves now. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Pass to Reed. Shoots over Ball. Reed misses.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Smith for three, trains the three-pointer.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Oh, here's Edwards. He has 7 to the paint. It's stolen by Smith. Terry against Powell. No one near Huerter as he lets it fly. And it's off from three-point range. Dunn passes to Edwards. Here's Kessler. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Reed finds Kessler. Smith with the defensive effort.
They create such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
8 seconds left here in the first quarter. Edwards with it. And that one released in time, but no good.